I have no idea how Gareth Southgate keeps fluking things and fluking jobs and all this stuff. I'm actually angry about it. I'm literally visibly angry about the fact that this morning I'm waking up to more rumours about Gareth Southgate going to Man United. I'm not even a United fan, right? But I would be fuming right now if literally the top candidate for the job at Manchester United, by the way, one of the biggest, most historic clubs in world football, their front contender for management is Gareth Southgate, the man who literally couldn't even finish off an Italy side that after a year since winning the Euros, they literally couldn't even qualify for the next. So they didn't even qualify for this Euros. And that was a year after that they literally just won against us in the final. I'm baffled. I'm so baffled. There's no excuse. There's no reason. I don't get it. He must have a mate who is literally in all these places who works for the clubs or whatever, because there's no way anyone's going, oh yeah, this is the man for us to take us forward, because he's never taken anything forward. He only takes it backwards. He literally killed off an England side that was arguably the best in the world. Absolutely killed it with the tactics, just the defensive style. I mean, when we went 1-0 up against Italy, I'm obviously still annoyed about it, but like when we went 1-0 up against Italy, he went ultra defensive. I was just sitting there, like just going for the kill, get one more goal, and then maybe do it. But no, he's so defensive. He kills games. He literally would ruin Manchester. Even though Manchester United is not in a great place. All right, let's be honest. Manchester United is not in a great place. But he would absolutely destroy it. And I actually think there'd be a chance at a bottom half finish if Southgate was to go to Manchester United. There's plenty of other people and teams that do like him. I have no idea why. I've never understood it. I mean, every time I posted about Southgate, there's always someone in the comments going, you should be more respectful towards him. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. The man is anti-football. If you think that his style of football is catered with that team that we have, it does not work. It does not sync up. I have no idea in what universe anyone would have thought, yeah, let's keep this man on until the next Euros. 'Cause I'm not going to lie, there's a good chance that we could go quite far in this one. And I think, again, we're going to be absolutely sabotaged by him. I think it's just written in the stars. Same thing happened in the World Cup. Same thing happened in the Euros. It's all based off this defensive style football that basically just cripples absolutely everyone. There is no way you can show talent when your manager is actively just trying to get, everyone behind the ball and park the bus and do this in the 20th minute or whatever minute it was in the Italy game. He literally is anti-football, and somehow, some way, clubs apparently are still interested in having him. And to have him in the Premier League, I mean, think of it like this, okay, Klopp leaves, massive manager, massive name, amazing manager, literally one of the best of all time, I think, and Gareth Southgate comes in as the kind of, a replacement in a way, because we're losing a big name, and some people are saying, well, Gareth Southgate is a big name. No, he's not. No, he is not. The only reason he was England manager was just because he was an England player, and probably at the time no one really wanted it. Like after all the Sam Allardyce stuff, after some other, all the other stuff that was going on, we were crashing out of tournaments, went out to Iceland, all this stuff. Who wants to go there? Not many people. Even if you are English, I wouldn't really want to go there. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to go do that because, when you foul with England, you're fouling the whole country that you live in, basically, if you are English. Because, as we all know, we've not had completely full English managers, and I think we need to switch back. I think, mate, I'd be looking at Jose Mourinho. I know it sounds crazy, and I know a lot of people be like, "What? That's so stupid." But nah, do you know what? At this point, I think he's run his course in normal football, and I think he'd come in and do a job. And I think anyone that has managed at the top level in terms of Premier League can come in and do a job for this English side, because we are one of the best teams, definitely in the Euros. Like, I would say top three. I think France are definitely above us, but I would say top three. And that's me being serious. Like, I literally do think there's a very, very good chance that we could do it this year. But I don't think we're going to do it when we have, people that are supporting Gareth Southgate and stuff like that, but they're just doing it the most dumb way possible. Like, he is not a good manager. So protecting him doesn't change anything. He's not a good manager, end of. Like, you can't convince anyone of that. I know that 90% of the people will say, like, no. And, the way he plays football absolutely ruins us as a nation, I think. I think we've got some of the best talent ever. I mean, Bellingham, Foden, Kane, just Saka, all these people. the defence is amazing as well, and I guarantee you, there's a chance that we're going to crash out somewhere where we would never have been expected to crash out. I mean, that's the story of Southgate's career at England, realistically, isn't it? Though, so this is what I'm saying. I have no idea how he's managed a fluke job at United, or a rumour. You know, it might not happen, but he's definitely linked. So I have no idea how he has done that. I'm betting on the fact that one of his mates works somewhere, and that he's, when you got a mate that works somewhere and they slide you a job opportunity before everyone else kind of gets to it. It's about who you know, and I think that's literally the case here. I don't think this is a situation where everyone's like, yeah, this guy's a really good manager. I don't see a lot of people that say that. I don't see a lot of people that agree that Southgate going to United is a good choice for United, and I guarantee you there are 99% of the United fans out there right now are literally screaming at the TV, at their phone or whatever, because this is a shambles. Like, I have never in my life heard such a poor rumour come out of a club like Manchester United. I would have literally opted for Jose to come back over Southgate coming in. Now, I know Jose, he's, in a way defensive as well, but Southgate's so extreme, he just ruins the game. I have never really sat there and enjoyed an England game, and to be honest with you, if I'm being completely honest, for the last 2 years, I have barely watched international football. The only reason I'm coming back into it now is purely down to the fact that Southgate is going after this. So literally in 2 months' time, 3 months' time, I won't ever have to sit here and make a video talking about how shit of a manager he is for England. And that gives me some type of peace. So I'm going to come back for this Euros, obviously. I'm a content creator now, so I've got to do that. But at the same time, I'm going to come back because I want to come back and I want to talk about it and I want to watch it. I want to enjoy it. If he can give us one last hurrah at the end, I could maybe sit there and say, fine, in a way, you've done average. But there's no excuse for us not to win the Euros against Italy. There was no excuse. And I think he sabotaged us there. I think there obviously is a harder thing to win the World Cup. That's so different. And I don't think that that's a thing you can put on Southgate. I think that's just, one of them things where it's like, okay, well, Argentina are in it, France are in it, Brazil are in it. Plenty of more teams that are there to compete compared to what the Euros is. So I just can't understand, after the last 4 years, how he would even be in the running. I'm curious to know how that's come about. I don't think it's down to, oh, he's a good manager. He's not. I don't care. I know I'm not a manager. I know I don't spend, week in, week out with these players and know these players and stuff. But let me tell you something now. When you are bringing Jordan Henderson along, when he has literally already sold his soul to Saudi, then come back to Ajax after 3 months because of how terrible it was over there, and he's barely playing, but he still goes, that is favouritism. And I don't like that. I don't like favouritism. I don't like that at all. I think anyone, in terms of managers, that has favourites, obviously I know it's going to happen, you're going to have one, okay? But this guy has 4. Mason Mount, another one. Now, it's not as much with Mason Mount anymore, luckily, because he's kind of been injured and fallen off the face of the earth. But there's plenty of other ones. I mean, there's so many players that deserve to come the Euros last time, and they deserve to come to the World Cup, and they never even got a chance to, all because Southgate had his favourites and he had them all picked out. But I tell you one thing now, I can guarantee this. We will get far in this Euros, but Jordan Henderson will still get game time. And I'm not going to be shocked. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to go, well, this is the last I'm going to see of it. I'm going to try and enjoy it. I'm not saying Henderson is a bad player. What I am saying is that he's past his prime, and even he knew that, and that's why he left. But even somehow, the man who literally left proper, professional football just to go and make a bag, which I understand that side of things. Even he is still getting game time when there's players like James Ward-Prowse, when there's players like that were sitting there that were just waiting. I mean, arguably the best free kick taker in the world. Set pieces, amazing. All this stuff that we could utilise. It's just, it amazes me how awful Southgate has really kind of treated this England squad in a way, because he has neglected players that never deserved to be neglected. I mean, Tomori, he deserved more time. He deserved more He deserved more from England, and I hope he gets it as well because he's an absolute baller. And you know, I understand starting Maguire and stuff in a way. Maguire does pretty well for England, but realistically, if we zoom out on this season and probably the back end of last season, Maguire has had a lot of problems, and a lot of problems. It's not just been little ones. There's been a lot of mistakes. There's been a lot of things. A lot of people criticising him. Yet he still gets in, and that's what I don't get. I don't get that part. Why? Why is that a thing? Like, why wasn't Tomori given more time? Why wasn't Tarkowski, given more game time? Why wasn't these types of players given more game time? Why does it go back to the same players every single time? That's what's annoying. Because there's favouritism there, as I've said. There's favouritism there, and it ruins it. It ruins the group, and it ruins the team. We definitely weren't starting our best team in some situations, and I think we can all agree on that. I just don't understand the point in kind of ruining such a perfect team. And this year, this Euros, I think we are going to see it again. And it's going to be painful because this year we've got even more players. We've got Bellingham, who's proper just there now, Saka there now, Foden as well. There's plenty of striking options. We have some of the best penalty takers, free kick takers, just players in general in this tournament. And I guarantee we go into it and we're all going to sit there and feel like we're not really going to do anything. And that's the curse of Gareth Southgate. That's what he does. He makes us feel helpless. He makes you feel like you're stuck in mud. He makes you feel like there's not really a way in which you can score. And that's what I was saying when I said he's anti-football. Gareth Southgate is anti-football, whether you like it or not. He is. There's no debate around it. The football he plays is boring. The football he plays kills talent, and the football he plays literally will stop you from scoring goals. And at the moment, after him being linked with Manchester United, now after their record this season, where I'm pretty sure Luton have actually outscored them, or they're matching on goals now, why would you even consider Gareth Southgate? You're bringing in a defensive manager, ultra defensive manager. This is like park the bus on steroids, and you think that's going to get you more goals. I have no idea where your head is. I have no idea. Honestly, I just cannot sit here and justify anything that I'm seeing this morning with this news. There is no reason for Gareth Southgate's name to be on any list. Any list. Maybe Sheffield United, that's cool. Maybe Burnley, maybe something like that. I wouldn't even give him an Everton at the end of the day. I wouldn't give him a Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? I don't see anything in this guy. But for some reason, there's rumours going around that he might be coming to the Prem, and that's gonna be awful. Because to be honest with you, after this Euros, I thought that's it. He's gone. No problem anymore. We're good. No more Southgate. If he comes to the Prem, I've got to see that guy week in, week out. Again, watching him play the same boring football. Now, I've literally watched Park the Bus football from Everton, from Burnley, like Dyche ball, hate it. Absolutely despise it. I understand why they do it. But with Southgate, he's going to do that with United. He's going to just destroy them. Absolutely destroy them. He's going to destroy players. He is going to do so much damage that it's actually going to maybe be irreversible. I don't know. I don't know how far he can take it. But let me tell you now, he has clamped this England side. He has capped them out. They're not able to do much more with his style of play. They're not able to showcase talent with his style of play. And now he could be coming to the Prem. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm very sad about it, to be honest. I don't want to see any more Southgate ball. I don't want to see him in his little vests. I don't want to see it anymore. I literally just want you to go and have a long vacation, and then if you want to come back to some type of thing and, do something like that, maybe go to Spain, maybe go to Italy, maybe go to the Championship. I'm all for that, Southgate, but please, please do not ruin the league that I love.